Hey, y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into some hot topics. Let's go. Honey, the Supreme Court is busy, okay? I try to keep it light and things like that, but I'm going to lighten it up towards the end of this hot topics. But the Supreme Court has limited judges' power to stop what the new administrator wanted to do as far as the birthright citizenship goes. And they have won. And that's going on today. And then the Supreme Court also allowed states to cut off Medicaid funding to Planned Parenthood. So, can they still get like protection, in the boxes with the 3 count? Can they still do that? Is that still legal? Because I know they were talking about that at one point. It's just too much. And then the new administrator wants undocumented immigrants to pay fines up to $1,000 a day for staying in the United States of America. So if they can't get out, you're going to have to pay $1,000 a day. I have never in my life heard of anything like this. This is wild. And then, I don't know how true this is, but according to Damala Majah, I don't know how true this is, allegedly, Jane Eugene, the R&B singer from the 80s group Loose Ends, is in New York at ICE detention center waiting to be deported back to the UK. Now, I'm not saying this woman don't go back and forth to the UK. I'm not saying she lived in the United States. But you know how long we've been listening to her since Video Vibrations and Video Soul. And now she is at ICE detention. And then we find out that Walter Scott, the co-founder of The Whispers, has passed away at 81. Let me tell you something. This man has lived a great life. We have listened to his music, and baby, we know this mustache. So you rest well, sir. Well done. And then Anna Wintour has stepped down from editor-in-chief of Vogue after 37 years. But she's not going anywhere. It's not like she's going home to retire. She got a severance package. Anna will be doing things, right? She's going to be overseeing the brand globaling for Vanity Fair, GQ, and some other things. So she's still around. She got her hands in it. And then I thought all this was over. Child, shout out to Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Will Smith has dropped a new freestyle, and I listened to it, this part right here, where Ricky got on his page. But in there, he says, disrespect me on the stage, expect me on the stage. What are you talking about, Will? We have done press conferences. We've gone on apology tours. We even sat down for a little while. Now you in the booth talking about disrespect me on the stage, expect me on the stage. Sir, I thought this was over. But real talk, I think Chris Rock has said something because Chris is still hot. And his brother Tony is still hot too. But y'all, I thought this was done for Will. And then speaking of who need to be out of the studio is King Combs. Child, Kanye West has opened the studio. This baby went in here and made a track talking about people talking about his family. Baby, we gonna talk about your daddy. Okay. Shout out to Morning Jukebox TV. That's just gonna happen. If that's the case, you might as well get your toothbrush and your robe and move on in, because you gonna be rapping for days. And it sounds a mess. And then this woman right here, child, done unalived this man, which was her husband, because he done went over here to her job bothering babies. Let's get into it. So this is Shanteria Young, and she spent almost 4 years in prison. She had a daycare center in Baltimore County, and she had to end up taking the law into her own hands. She is currently at a halfway house, and in this particular interview on Hollywood Unlocked, she says she's happy to be there and she's ready to get back into the community to work. In 2022, her husband at the time was a former police officer, James Weems, had gone over to the daycare center, honey, Little Kids Castle, bothering them babies. She went to have a conversation with him. It went left, and he left, okay? So I am happy for her that she is coming out, and she will be home soon. Let's keep going. Child, do y'all remember this story about the man from Florida who was paying the $2,500 rent and his girlfriend had a voucher? You know how the people were saying, I heard somebody say something like, he shouldn't have been living there or something. Them must not have been his kids. Da 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 da. Baby, I know him. When I got this picture, I was like, you lied to me. But let me tell you what else I know. I know he got it. I know he got the rent. I know he got the HOA. I know he got the light bill, the water bill, the gas bill. I know he got the groceries. I know he got all the popsicles that the kids want in the summertime in and out of the house. I know he got any unit she want to buy. I know he got the installation fee if she don't have her own bowl hold to do it herself. I know he got it. He just mad that she got it too. I don't know if you into this, honey, but Apple is about to do mass production on new AirPods. These AirPods are going to have a camera. And they said that it's good for gaming, and it will be paired with the Apple Vision Pro, right? And other devices like that. I don't even know how this will work. So if you are a techie and this is your thing, sometimes I need some explanation. So how would this work? If you have a camera in your AirPod, what are you looking at? Help me out. And then, honey, I was over there on Chantel's stories, and she posted this post from somebody's page. I might say some stuff that don't need to be said, but I do not be lying. And then she wrote her own truth. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Look, Brittany Renner, get out these people's business. Get out their business. And then, shout out to J Bling TV. Honey, he done posted the jury's verdict form for the Diddy trial. Okay, I can't read you A through J, but screenshot it and make it big. But these are the proposed verdicts. So these little boxes, it says proven, not proven. So this is what they're going to be working on today, I guess. And I hadn't even covered that yet. So I'll go over there and look and see what I want to talk about. Let's keep going. And then, child, David Banner said he refuses to work with men who cheat on their wives. He was talking to Shannon Sharp, and he was telling him that, it never dawned on him. He heard this from someone else. And the guy was saying, if a man cheats on his wife, like, I'm not going to go into business with him. If you can't trust the person you're sleeping with, how am I supposed to trust them in business? That made a lot of sense. What do you think about that? And then shout out to imp.press on Instagram. Baby, they're reporting that the Different World sequel has started production at Clark Atlanta University. Now, at first, I was kind of on board with some people when they were saying they need to have another school name because, Hillman. Because Hillman is us, you know what I'm saying? But if you're going to come from Dwayne Wayne and Whitley sending their baby to school, who doesn't want their child to go to their alma mater? I get it. So I'm excited about it, and I can't wait. Are you going to support this? Because I'm going to support this. Let's keep going. And then, honey, they are over there dragging Cynthia Bailey for filth on TikTok. Child, Cynthia came up here with these bags. Because, Cynthia has eyeglasses, wine, coolers. Honey, she done came up here talking about this bag. You got to go over here and look at it if she has not taken it down. Honey, take it back and start all over. It's a no for me. The box look better than the bag. Not classy. Don't like the design or colors. Child, somebody said... Wait. It's giving Five Below a Big Lots. She said it looked awkward and difficult. It reminds me of the old-fashioned lunchbox. Like, it does look awkward and difficult. Said, girl, invest in a wig line. You wear them well. I'll pass, but thank you. Said, nope, looks cheaper. Colors don't match in the tones. I don't know what... Hold on, let's look at it again. No, Cynthia, no. It looks so hard. Child, you should have seen her turning that bag around. Honey, go on over there and look at it if she still got it up. And then I love Riri and A$AP Rocky. They're on their way to the Dior fashion show in Paris. She looks so good pregnant, and I'm so glad he's with her. Like, I'm so glad he's with her. And then my time has arrived. We are on our way to Houston for the Cowboy Carter show tomorrow. Bye, y'all. It's your girl, Millie Shawn. Talk to you later.